It was 1859. White Castle, Louisiana, right alongside the Mississippi River. Construction finished on what would become the largest antebellum plantation home in the South, and it was built by black slaves. By 1860, 155 people were enslaved on that land. The man who ran it all was John Hampton Randolph. He enslaved people across thousands of acres and made his fortune through sugarcane, one of the most brutal and deadly crops in the South. He documented their names as property, not as people. In 1862, during the Civil War, Union forces got close. Randolph fled the plantation and forced nearly 200 enslaved people to march to Texas. This was to continue the unpaid labor on cotton plantations. And even after the emancipation in 1864, the exploitation did not stop. Many of those people were forced into sharecropping or tenant farm. Different name, same system. And by 1875, the estate has shrunk to 800 acres. By the 1900s, the home had fell into disrepair. That was until developers stepped in. They didn't turn it into a museum about slavery. They turned it into a wedding venue. In 1980, it was added to the National Register of Historic Places. But even then, plantation tours focused more on the architecture and the furniture than on the people who actually built it. By the early 2000s, it was advertised as a resort. Couples got married, said I do on the same soil where black people were sold and beaten. And even the website at one point described it as a classic Southern experience. But then May 15th, 2025 came. A massive fire broke out in the South Wing. It spread fast. And by the time firefighters arrived, most of that structure was gone. No injuries were reported, but one of the last remaining symbols of that era went up in flames. What burned wasn't just wood and plaster. What burned was a monument to a lie. That somehow Southern elegance could be separated from Southern cruelty. Its name was the Nottoway Plantation. Built by enslaved people, rebranded as a luxury resort, and destroyed in 2025. How's that for some Black history?